So many new developments, word on the street, 700,000 upwards, and some are saying this thing's gonna reach to 1 million because they're getting hyped up. Governor Little to send Idaho State Police troopers to the Mexico border amid the Texas standoff. And you guys won't believe this one. Dallas Cowboys offer to send offensive line to guard the border. There are so many moving parts to this right now, it's getting crazy. Lots of videos floating around. The Texas National Guard is moving armored vehicles to the border with Mexico. On platforms are M1A1 Abrams battle tanks and M2A2s, Bradley infantry fighting vehicles. A lot of action building up, and Bideno is definitely not backing down. So what's gonna happen? Another interesting spin that I caught. While we got locations, we got Texas going up against the feds, laying razor wire, making it sound like this border is getting protected. Things are just not adding up. And you see what I found. Not even a half a mile away from all this guarded area after open gate. Are they playing with us? Let's get you guys some of the latest information that's going absolutely viral right now. My name is Cohen here at Riverside Homestead, and if you're brand new here, welcome. If you guys are into prepping tips, emergency preparedness, and most of all, news and awareness, stuff that you want to know about, be sure to hit that notification bell so you guys can stay up to date. Let's jump into this one. You folks would not understand how many notes and notes on top of notes. I finally got lost and had to start writing things down because I've got so many tabs open, I don't even know where to start. So there might be some really interesting stuff more towards the end of the video, but let's start shooting through everything I got. And again, please take 1 second, hit the like button. It really helps out the channel. Comments, shares, and likes helps us with an extra fighting chance to go up against the algorithm that doesn't want a lot of this information getting out. Great thing about YouTubers is you got us going all over the place, finding all of this information that the media won't show you, like clips like this of just craziness. So a lot of us asking, why do they want so many illegal aliens crossing over? I mean, we're already hearing upwards of 10 million. Could that mean 10 million votes? Well, check this out.
Can illegal immigrants in New York vote?
In New York City, I believe they passed a law. Luckily, we don't have that law in Nassau County, but in the city council and mayoral races, I believe illegal aliens recently have been given the right to vote.
Let me follow up with that. So if you are of the persuasion we need more of them, and they're aligned with your politics, let's say on the Democrat side, is it to your benefit if you live in those areas where illegals are casting their vote for you politically? Is it to your benefit to have these ideologies and just allow more to come in regardless of the cost?
Well, absolutely not. And I think it's always to the benefit of Americans and to America, whether it's a local race, a state race, or a federal race, that you be a United States citizen.
Yeah.
You actually be a citizen and you take the oath that you pledge to defend and support the Constitution of the United States.
But do you see that there are some, we'll say, Democrats that would want this type policy because it helps them stay in office because they have illegals that vote for them?
It definitely changes the voting pool in favor of those who would let anybody in.
So some of you may have already figured out, but is that where this is? Are we looking for another 10 to 11, 12 million more votes? How's that gonna make you feel? All the hoops that we gotta jump through to be legal, and we're already here, and we still have to jump through these hoops, and we've got people just crossing over the border, given now, I thought it was $3,000 gift cards, but it's $5,000 gift cards.
Big news out of Arizona. Sheriff Mark Lamb has exposed a startling policy by the Biden administration. Illegal border crossers are reportedly receiving $5,000 gift cards and free plane tickets upon entry. Lamb highlights the national security risks, pointing to unvetted military-aged men from global hotspots like China and Africa benefiting from this scheme.
As Americans struggle financially, we've got inflation, we've got industries shutting down because we're passing it off to other countries. All at the same time, they're saying, I think 9.5 million is some of the stated figures I've heard. Now I know they probably all didn't get a $5,000 gift card, but can you imagine how much money this is stacking up to be? But anyone outside of our country that does as good a life as some of us do, who would pass up on free housing, free healthcare, free education, free cash, free phones, free transportation? It's getting really, really crooked out there. So now hang tight because I got some really crazy corruption that I want to tell you about, which is going to have you scratching your head on, are both sides crooked? Are we getting fooled by both sides? I'll tell you what we're not being fooled by is the over 700,000 patriots, people that stand for what we all believe in and want to fight against corruption and want to take a stand for what's right. Those people are our people. Whether the corruption's on the right side, left side, upside, down side, us as American people are willing to come together and make sure things get dealt with. And whether these are just games, political games, because it's election season, there's no joke when it comes to almost 10 million people coming across the border. And we can see where this is going. They're all going to be able to vote, and they're getting all the money that we aren't getting as Americans. So yeah, we've got good people on the way, 700,000 people, and most of these trucks are probably going to be carrying what, 2 people at least? So that's 1.5 million to 2 million people that are supposedly heading down there, and you know everyone's strapped. If things go down sideways, this could get really interesting. Let me know down in the comments what you guys are thinking, because there's a lot of folks out there calling for people to come together, get things straightened out. Regardless of if this thing is political games, regardless if they're trying to turn the right against the left and the left against the right, these folks that are coming together for America and to stand for what's correct and to fight against the corruption. Again, like button if you're tracking with me. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below. I mean, you've got farmers all over the world taking a stand against what they don't agree with. You guys think that this is just happening here? Oh no, they're just not reporting on it. I mean, these farmers are spraying manure all over their buildings. And look, they're dealing with face-offs between the police and the farmers. Just probably about what we're gonna be dealing with here real shortly. I mean, look, big old farmers taking a stand. Look at what they've done to their government. This is what we don't want. This is what we don't want. We don't want this because this is organized. That right there, organized cartel stuff. And who's working with them? Right here, cartel members. Shrugs and salutes the cameraman after letting them all through. Are you serious? Look at it again. They're all coming through. They've got a section of the fence. He filmed it to prove that he got them through, and he heads back probably for another group of them. Folks, he saluted the cameraman. Think that there's razor wire and National Guard doing their job? Well, hold your breath right there, because I'm going to show you something that's going to make you think otherwise on what the media is trying to tell you. Hang tight. Let me show you a couple more things before that. So we've got Governor Little to send Idaho State Police troopers to Mexican border amid the Texas standoff. We got a lot of folks headed down there on top of the old 700,000 truckers. We've even got Texas politely declining the Dallas Cowboys offer to send the offensive line to guard the border. Are you kidding me? Folks, we've got the NFL offering to go down there and guard the border because it's not being guarded. Guys, do we even have a southern border?
Do we have a southern border?
Do we have a what?
Do we have a southern border?
Yes, ma'am. Of course we do.
Then how come people can flow across it every single day? Hundreds and thousands of people over the course, 300,000 people in December.
We're working very hard to try to fix that, Martha. That's why we need congressional action. That's why the president asked for additional funding, more, $6 billion in the supplemental to try to get border security enhanced. I mean, I think you and I are obviously not going to see the policy solutions the same way, and I respect that.
Well, I'm just looking for results. I'm saying if you're concerned about the number of people crossing, you're not getting results. So at some point you have to say, we got to do something different.
I love watching these debates because it's always heavily weighted on you-know-what side. And folks, that's what it is. More funding. They need more funding because they're giving them all $5,000 and cell phones and plane trips, and they're not securing the border. Media is trying to fool the whole world on thinking that they've got a handle on things. But the reality is this is the type of feedback that they're getting in real life. They ain't gonna show that on Fox News. They're not gonna show that on CNN. But people, that's the response that's happening everywhere. And honestly, there's a little part of me that feels bad because I kind of feel bad for the old Biden because I know he's not the one calling the shots. He's just the front runner. Last clip, real quick, before I show you what's really happening down on the border. That some stuff that I found that's gonna make you guys wonder, wow, is this all just a big game? Because they're all about putting up fences in other places. The fence that's protecting America, they're playing games.
Yes. Have you ever visited the White House?
Yes.
So you're aware there is a fence around the entire perimeter of the White House to prevent unauthorized individuals from entering the White House, correct?
Yes.
And U.S. taxpayers are also funding a $500,000 fence around President Biden's Rehoboth Beach house, correct?
I'm not aware.
And your department is overseeing this construction. You should be aware of that. President Biden obviously likes walls when they protect him. So can you explain to me why a wall is effective and necessary at the White House and the Biden Beach house, but is not necessary at the southern border?
Yes, I can. May I have that opportunity?
It's up to the chairman. My time has expired.
You may complete the answer to the question.
There are thousands of miles along the southern border, and I agree with what then Senator McCain presented, which was there are different solutions for the border because of its tremendous expanse, the great diversity in the terrain that it must cover, and therefore the key to border security is fundamentally advanced technology. That is the most effective means, because we're not going to construct a border wall on the ragged and jagged cliffs in certain parts of the border. And if I may, respectfully, Mr. Chairman, because I did not have a chance to answer any of the other questions, let me just respectfully submit that I disagree with almost everything that was articulated in the questions posed to me that I did not have a chance to respond to.
Oh my gosh, I bet you he's sweating bullets because he knows he sounds like an idiot. I mean, that's my opinion, because his rebuttal right there, that lady just smoked him. Okay, so let me show you what I just found out that, like I said, definitely a piece of the puzzle that's got me scratching my head a little bit, kind of taking in some other angles, and that's what I'm all about here. I want to give you guys as much information that's out there so you guys can think for yourself. Make your own decisions. Don't let other people make the decisions for you. I try to find as much information out there, show you how it's putting out there, so that you guys are motivated to keep digging, think for yourself, make your own decision. Now, as we've got a big show of all of this razor wire. First, it was the Border Patrol doing a great job, and then now it's the National Guard doing a great job, and all this coverage on the news. Now, think about it. This is what we see on CNN. This is what they want us to see. This big feud. There was a ton of people there. They put up razor wire. Now there's nobody. Well, I think I found out why there's nobody in the heavily guarded area. Like I said, we're being told that this is what was happening. This is what it looks like. The razor wire is working. I came across this guy's video and he's got actual footage of what lies just a half a mile away from this heavily guarded area. It might blow your mind.
What? Half a mile. What's going on, guys? I know y'all come to my page because of comedy and I just play around on here.
Now, by the way, this guy is normally a comedian, but he decided to go down to the border and take a look for himself. And what he found blew his lid. He's like, pump the brakes on the comedy. I need to show you what I found.
I live in Texas. I was just in Eagle Pass, and I've got some videos I need to show you guys. Because you're watching the news, whether it's CNN or Fox, you're letting these news media idiots get you riled up against each other. Let me show you some videos that might just calm your ass down and make you turn off the TV. Watch this.
All right, so this is the wall, you know, the fence that we put up. And they put up a secondary fence because they opened the gates. There's some armed guards with some pretty serious weaponry. You know, pretty intimidating, right? Here's your razor wire in between the two bridges that are in the entrances into Mexico and also the entrance to Eagle Pass. There's some Hummers, some more guys, right? We're protecting, you know, we're keeping them out. This is 0.5 miles from that area. 0.5 miles from where they set up their cameras, 0.5 miles from where they have all the people there, and it's right down the road. I left this long to show you just how short of a drive it is for us to get to a point where all that we just saw does not matter, and they're just getting you riled up against each other because it's election time. And right about here is where you're going to see it. What's that? Where are the armed guards? Where are the AR-15s? Where's the razor wire? Where's the gates? That's half a mile from where the media is blowing up that Texas versus the feds, that we're having this big battle. So that was one gate. That was the very first gate that I saw. We drove down a little bit more. There's one. It had a chain on it. So you keep driving down the road. You got Trump's wall doing its job. This one has never even had a gate. So to me, doesn't matter if you're Republican, Democrat, liberal, libertarian. It doesn't matter what you are, and you're posting about this Texas versus the feds, and we could have a civil war. I'm telling you right now, if a civil war breaks out, it's not because there's something good to fight over. It's because it's election time. It is because the news media is corrupt, and you need to turn the TV off. I don't care what news media you watch. Just go down there and look yourself. Go look. The things that they are saying that the feds and Texas are fighting about is a stretch that is not even a mile. How long is the border? They can just walk right over, and those gates keep going and going and going and going. I know you're thinking, well, just 2 gates. No, they're all open. Open all the gates. It's a whole hoopla over this little bitty section in Eagle Pass in between a bridge and a bridge. Only place that there's guards. So if you can't get in half a mile of our border, you just walk down the road and you go across the border there. All you folks posting about this, you picked a side and you think you're doing the right thing. But all of you need to reevaluate the country you live in and the information that's being given to you. Because I wanted to be on the Republican, I wanted to push on the Republican side. Hell, I'm from Texas. I'm in the middle no matter what usually, but I wanted to lean towards that side. And once I got down there, I was like, nope, I don't know. Believe what you want to believe, but I recorded those videos. No one sent me that. I don't know what else to tell you guys, but turn the TV off.
He's got a good point. If it does break loose, if civil war does happen, what's it really over? Well, I think that 700,000 truck convoy and all the folks that are coming down, they're not coming down in vain. They are coming to protect the border. And I bet you that when they get down there and they see this heavily guarded 1 mile section, and then they go down a half a mile, see an open gate, they're gonna be a little bit ticked. So like I said, are they coming down in vain? No, they're gonna protect the border. They're gonna come down and create a wall of trucks, I imagine, and they're gonna do what's not being done. Do I agree with this guy that the media is painting a picture in which it really isn't? Yeah, 100%. They're always doing that. But I also believe that the Americans that stand for what's right are definitely trying to fix what's broken. Media, I watch all sides. I take in every single piece. I watch CNN, I watch Fox News. I try to watch them all because I want to see how things are being put out there. And then I turn to guys like us, YouTubers, all these social platforms where we actually get raw footage of different things that are really happening, and I piece the puzzle together. And then I try to share with you guys the perspectives that are happening out there. So you guys can think for yourselves. You guys can decide what you think's right, and we keep you informed and aware of what's really going on. Like button, please share this. Let me know what you guys are thinking down below, and check out these other videos that they're trying to slow the roll on. Like always, make sure that notification bell is on because they like to turn it off. If you guys want to stay up to date and aware, as I know more, I'll keep you guys posted. Keep prepping, keep learning, keep doing. See you on the next one.